Hi you guys. So McKenna and Pepe here. People have been wondering where Pepe is. He's still here. I haven't gotten rid of him. He's not been thrown back in the closet to scare the crap out of me like what my husband did. No. He's just sitting at the dining room table when he could be folding laundry. I don't know. But he's here. The one and only. So, lots to go over today. No finishes. Nothing framed. Not this week. Maybe next week. The thrift store gods were with me once again. Once again, people, I won the thrift store jackpot. I don't know what it is. It's this feeling I get that I need to go to the one that I've been kind of stalking recently. It's run by a hospice organization. And we all know that old people have cool stuff, and I guess no one in their family wants these items, and so they go to this hospice organization that they were probably using towards the end of their life, and I get major scores. So I'm just going to start off with what I got this week. 2 great items. The first one I posted on Facebook. I cleaned it up a little. See how... Look at this. Okay, now. Gaudy gold frame, yes. Huge, yes. I love it. I saw this. Pepe's giving me the finger because I'm covering his face. I saw this, and it was like Hunger Games. I just made a beeline for it and snatched it up and was like, I don't even care what the sticker says on it. I'm just going to get it. $12, but then I got up to the register and it was $6. $6! You can't get this frame for $6. And it was professionally framed, not my ghetto style, which, hey, people have been giving me credit for my ghetto style. Sadly, it's not, no info on it, nothing, no signature, who did it, year, nothing. But I love it. I love it. It's gorgeous. So yeah, I'm so thrilled with this. So this was score number 1. And I put all these rescued pieces in my stitching room. And this one doesn't have a hanger on the back, so I'm gonna have to attach one, but that's okay. $6. Is my shit gonna be at some hospice place for $6 when I get old and die? Oh my god. I don't remember who I was telling this to. But I think us stitchers need something in our will that protects our stitching stuff. Now, people have this in their wills for their pets, so why can't we have a section in there for our stitching stuff? So go ahead, put me in your will. I love stitching stuff, obviously. Jewelry, high heels. But no, it really makes me think where my stuff will be when I get older. I lightly threaten my kids that they better keep it, because it'll remind them of me. So, I don't know though. I mean, if you think about it, if you're doing 10 plus finishes, let's say a year, let's say you live to be 80, 85, that's a shitload of finishes that you're going to have, that your family's going to have to weed through. But I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think of my ode to Pepe, the Remember Me, will be at a thrift store for $6. So, all right. My next score. Now, I had to look this up because I wasn't even sure what this was. I was at a place with my mom, and she said that her grandma, so my grandpa, who his family was from Italy, she said that her Nana, so my grandpa's mom, used to have one of these. It's a standing sewing and or knitting box. $22, people. I can't, okay. I'm going for a little adventure. People, it's gorgeous. It's in great shape. I haven't found a maker or a year on it or anything like that. But the top opens, for anyone I guess that hasn't seen this, the top opens. This one is not attached. Trying to figure out. This one just lays down, but that's okay. Wooden box insert. And then you'd store all your stuff down there, and it's in great shape. And I love it. I saw it and I wasn't really sure what it was. I mean, it kind of looks like those racks, the fabric racks that maybe you can put magazines in, or you put your stitching or maybe your knitting stuff in. And so I thought, oh, maybe it's like something stitching related. And then that's when my mom said that her grandma had something similar. So $22, scored on that, brought it home, cleaned it up, put some wood cleaner on it, and it just drank it up. It was so dry, and I love it. I have no idea where I'm going to put it, probably my room. So if my cart is full with whips, then I can put them in here, or I can put them in here, and there's actually a spot. So recently I've been stitching out here in the family room in this chair, so I could easily put it here. So maybe I'll do that because it's small enough. It can be tucked away. I'm fortunate that my kids 4 and 6 don't mess with my stuff. They never really have been. It's like I've told them no and given them, you know, that evil eye that you give to your kids, and they just kind of get it, like, oh shit, I better not touch it if I want to see my next birthday, kind of a thing. But yeah, no, totally thrilled with those. And because I'll be going to Vegas, I'm trying to resist not to hit up any thrift stores. But I kind of feel like I have to. I'm already going to hit up Stitcher's Paradise. But then I'm going to have to keep in mind that it's going to take me like 5 hours to drive home from Vegas. But I might have to start researching some thrift stores. So yeah. Hopefully you guys had some scores at the thrift store this week. If you guys went, I'm trying to send some of my good thrift store finds out to you guys. I am so thrilled about the Flosstube retreat. Are you excited? Look, his jaw just dropped. He's in awe. Julicious has organized it, planned it, sleepless hours, yelling at hotels, figuring it all out. She's just wonderful. So check out her video. Also, the Facebook page, Flosstube Retreat - North America, I believe. It's going to be in Austin, October 6th, 7th, and 8th. I used to live in Houston, north of Houston in the Woodlands. I never made it out to Austin. My husband's been to Austin. People say it's great. And so I was telling the hubs about this the other night, and he's like, well, how many spots there are? And I said, there's only 50. And he's like, do you think they're going to fill up fast? And I said, absolutely. I said, I guess I was thinking that maybe she would have said maybe like there would be in like 100 spots. But 100 is like a lot of damn people to try to organize. So he came out, I was stitching this morning, and he comes out and he says, have you registered yet? Because didn't you say 9 o'clock? I said, yeah, 9 o'clock Eastern time. So it'll be 7 o'clock tonight. But we're going out tonight. The kids are gone. Husband's out with his bromance, his boyfriend, that he cheats on me with, I say. He's not the mistress, because I call the boat the mistress. But we're going to be out tonight. And so he said that to make sure, like, set an alarm like 30 minutes before to make sure wherever we're at that I have internet access, that I can get into PayPal and do what I need to do to register. So I'm in. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. I'm going to register. I'm so excited. And he's like, what do you guys do? And I said, you go for, the 3 days. You can leave and come and go as you please. And I said, basically all of us broads just sit in a conference room and stitch and bullshit. And, and he just laughed. He just shook his head and he's like, okay, if that's what you want to do and that's what makes you happy. And I'm like, shit, yeah. I'm still trying to figure out how to get there. Am I going to drive? No. Fly, most likely. I think it'd be kind of cool to take a train. I've never been on a train. Would I have to pay for Pepe? I know you guys would freak out if I brought Pepe along. So check that out. Get on the wait list. There's going to be a wait list. So just think that if those spots fill up right away, that you can't come. Put your name on the wait list. Valentine's Day, Hallmark holiday, hate it, but I bought myself 2 bags of conversation hearts, so that I was totally thrilled with. And then the husband decided he would let me buy John Mayer tickets for in May. John Mayer, Your Body is a Wonderland. I've been a huge fan of his way back before, basically when he came out with Your Body is a Wonderland. I've seen him, oh God. I think this will be, Wally, you okay? He's dragging his leg, but I think it's asleep. He just woke up. 6th time in 5 states, twice in Texas, Staples Center in LA, Washington State, which my mom and I flew up for that, and then also saw the grandparents. Here. So 5 times, 4 different states. I'm going to have to figure it out. But I love him. Ayrton, our youngest, his middle name is actually Mayer, after John Mayer. So I ordered those tickets the other day. So I'm totally looking forward to that. So for it being a kind of a fake holiday that I don't really believe in, Convo Hearts and John Mayer tickets, totally lucked out. Totally lucked out. Questions from my last video. Just one comment. Matthew Pershing, you need to make videos, Matt. Come on. Need to be another guy that makes Flosstube videos. Okay? You guys can follow him on Instagram. He does great work, amazing work. You asked if I had any other Miras in my stash or if I had any that I really liked. So my bird one, the Blue Monarch Flycatcher, this is obviously a Nora. The only Mira that I have in my stash is Tree of Hope. This is the first one that I bought. Not that I wanted to do the whole FOMO, fear of missing out, with Amira. I love them, but like I told you, Matt, I feel like they kind of rank up there with a Heed or a Hade, and I'm just not into that. I'm not opposed to doing big projects. Obviously, I'm doing Nightmare, but I want to see an end to it eventually. Like I can work on it for, a few months and I'm going to have an end result. Hades, to me, it's just so much work before you can get the end result. If you will get an end result, which would be framing and putting it up on your wall. So are they gorgeous? Absolutely. Do I give credit to people that do hate? Absolutely. So I decided to get Tree of Hope because I thought it would be a good first Mira to do. It's nothing crazy, not a ton of beads. I know someone is doing it right now and they're actually not stitching in the girls. I think they're just doing the flowers. So yeah, not sure when I'll get this. I don't have the fabric for this. But we'll see. So that's the only one mat that I have in my stash, the Tree of Hope. I looked on 123 to kind of look at the full list of Miras. And I'll add, there's 4 of them that I picked out, and I'll add pictures for those of you that aren't familiar with them. The Raven Queen. She's gorgeous. Love the darkness of her, the kind of evil look about her. I think her and I would be best friends if she was a real thing. One, I'd steal her dress there. But I love that. I love the darkness of it. At the Met, stunning. Love the colors. Love the little arch she's under. Kelly, the Evergreen Needle, did a conversion to make it more Egyptian. Fabulous. Love it. But again, Raven Queen at the Met, would I do them? Probably not. Golden Apple Girl. She reminds me of me. Not really sure why. And Deco Spirits. Love those. So out of those 4, what would I probably do? I'd probably do the Deco Spirits, which I haven't seen anyone do. So there, man. Hopefully that answered your question. I am behind on watching Flosstube because being at Disneyland last weekend or 2 weeks ago, I've been kind of just behind. Watched Brian Blitz Stitch, his latest video, and Brian, I think you watched my videos. You cracked me up. First off, he said somebody had asked him on his questions whether or not he would enter any of his pieces into the fair. Now, Brian also lives here in Arizona, not too terribly far from me. I think he's more in the West Valley, and I'm up north. And he says that he just seems a little, I don't want to say, I don't know what word you used, Brian, to describe whether or not you would enter a piece. I think he's hesitant of putting in a piece. Which, Brian, you have to understand, your work is beyond words. The pieces you choose, that they're big, the detail you do in the pieces are just fabulous. So you're there. You would totally win, hands down. But he made a comment and said to me on his video that if he had to enter, then he had to go up against me. when you were saying that, I had a feeling you were gonna, before that section, you could just go back and watch. You guys that haven't watched it. But Brian, I was thinking in my head, oh my God, if you enter, you're gonna sweep the competition. But he said that about me, and I paused you and died laughing. Brian, if you entered anything, you would sweep competition. You would get the money, you would get the blue ribbon. I might jump you outside if Nightmare doesn't win. If I enter something and you sweep me and Nightmare doesn't win this year, I may jump you, okay? But no, I think you should totally enter a piece. Pick something. Anything you enter, I think you're going to win, and I think people can totally agree with me on that. Whips. This week I've only been working on 2 pieces. I got my love back for my Nightmare, people. I got it. I have finished. I finished a page the other day. I'm on another page. But I have my love for it. So first I'm going to show you my progress on my Nora Blue Monarch Flycatcher. You guys have been asking if I will be doing any other birds of the series. So there are 6 birds in the series. Pretty sure I'm gonna do the hummingbird one. My grandma loves hummingbirds. And every time I see them, I think of her. So I think it'd be just a really nice ode to her. And I think it's gorgeous. I'll insert a picture of that here. So I'll do that one as well. And here I am on Blue Monarch Flycatcher. Worked on some of the black, kind of wanted to break up some of the peach color, kind of pinky color, because that's basically all I have to fill in on the white for the rest of the square. So I did some of the black, and the black has totally made this piece pop. I love the swirl. I got to do a little design here, mirror it here, and then this comes out a little more, do it here, and I'm done. So, I mean, they are a quick stitch. And there's a little back stitching on the bird. I mean, not a whole lot. And that's what I kind of like, that there's no back stitching. There's some on the bird, around the beak, along to kind of define the feather, and that's it. So, yeah, I love this. And I would have probably had it done by now, but I've been working on Nightmare. So, yeah. I am doing this on 32 count, not white linen, because I think white can kind of be a little too harsh sometimes. So I think this is cream or something. But yeah. Have that. And Nightmare. And am I going to be nice and take it off the Q-snap for you? No, not this time. And I had a freak out moment the other day when I took this off the Q-snap to reposition it and to start a new page. So, and I started this August 7th. I usually start in the middle, but for Nightmare, I decided to start in the upper left and kind of go across. When I took it off the Q-snap this last time, because I'm basically done with his nose and face, I was looking at this and said, OS, I probably should have stitched it the other way and moved it over about 1.5 inches. So I'll take off this Q-snap here. But I was worried. This is all the extra fabric till I'm at the end. and this had not been stitched in yet. This was all out. And I knew that the upper lip is the farthest thing that extends, is the furthest point. So I know there's not a lot of here. It's about 20 some stitches, which would be 40 because I'm doing 1/2 on 40 count. I'm going to be so damn close. And yeah, I'm so damn close. That's it. So maybe, 3/4 of an inch, half an inch, probably like a half an inch. But that's it. Everything else is down. It comes down and in. And it's so weird because I work on this and it's so up close and you get so tunnel visioned in. You're like, what am I making? Am I making anything? And I'll walk away and come back, and it's like as I bend over to pick it up, that's when it kind of just shines and I kind of see it coming together. And I love this. I can't believe that I have done this. I started stitching again after a long time. A year ago, June? And this is what I picked up in August 7th to start on. So, I'm loving it. I don't have too much of this page left. I'm hoping to get this done a little more today before we leave tonight. But the funny thing is, look, you kind of hold it. It looks kind of like it's on Pepe. We're going to fights tonight. My husband does Muay Thai, and they're doing fights downtown. And the tickets are just ridiculously expensive. And I said, I'll come to the fights. I won't go in. I'll just stay in the car, or I'll go to like a Starbucks somewhere and stitch. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. I'll wait till the fights get out, and then we're going to go out and do our crazy partying wherever. So, I'm pretty sure I can get this done tonight. So, I am loving it. And I believe after I am done with this page, I'll show you a little closer. I have 4 more pages. And I want to say only 2 of them, 1.5 of pages are basically full. Otherwise, it's just little quarter part pages. So yeah, I'll probably have to sew on a piece of fabric here. So when they stretch it, I'm going to get this professionally done. I've decided. I've gotten a great suggestion for a great framer, not that far from me here in Phoenix. And he deals with cross-stitching pieces, and I'd rather take it to someone that knows how to do that rather than like a Hobby Lobby or Michael's. So, especially after I put all this work in, I'm really protective of it. And you guys know that as well with all your pieces. So, looking forward to getting this done. Need a nap, people. I need a nap. And then after I get Nightmare done, my next big piece will be Beasties by Courtney Collection. So I think that is it. Oh, okay, so a couple of you guys made comments on my scarf that I wore in my last video. So I can't undo the knot because I've washed it and it's together. So obviously you put your arm in here, and you wear it like how I showed you. Okay, so it's like, I don't know, it could be like a swimsuit cover-up, but I usually will just rock it with, jeans in a tank or shorts in a tank. So this was actually another thrift store haul find. It's a huge scarf. Huge scarf. Didn't know what to do with it. And I found via Pinterest, I think, a video on YouTube that if you have big enough scarves or pieces of fabric, you could do this for fabric as well. You could serge the ends of it, or even just do a fold over and sew to make it from not fraying. You could do that to any sort of fabric if you think of it. But it shows you how to tie it this way so it's more just a cover up. And then it hangs along in the back. But I have a few of these, so whenever I'm out at places, I try to find huge oversized scarves so then I can tie them that way. I've also taken really large scarves and made kimonos out of them as well. I've worn a couple of those in my videos. So yeah, that was my little, thought I'd share that with you. But I'll find that and leave the link below. I don't remember if it was just a picture tutorial sort of a thing, like step by step, or if it was a YouTube video. So I hope you guys have a fabulous Friday. Pepe and I will be just chilling here. Stay warm. We're under a flash flood advisory here in Phoenix. We're supposed to get a crap ton of rain starting tonight, basically all weekend. And it floods really easily here in the desert. People would think, oh, the desert, it's dry, it'll just sink in. No, because we get it so hard that it can't seep into the ground that fast, and so it just floods, especially during monsoon season. But it'll be good. It'll kind of dust stuff off, clean stuff off, so I always welcome the rain. But then it needs to get hotter again, like the mid-80s it was. So hope you guys are doing wonderful, and Pepe and I will catch you later. Bye.